So well folks, welcome back to Spoon TV live here at the Bowman's Pier in Mozzarella County, Monrovia, Liberia, where a research vessel has just docked to conduct research in the waters of the Republic of Liberia through the National Fisheries Aquaculture Authority in partnership with the World Bank that financed this historic research that will provide information on the fisheries sector of the country. That the information will be used to attract investment in the sector. We are here with the Director General of the Aquaculture Authority.
To see the partnership between Nigeria and Senegal, the station with Guinea has finally come to fruition. And so we have the World Bank, the company with the TTL from the World Bank that has sponsored this program, and we will have a small program. So, Sekula, the contact from my office.
So, we're going to have a give us a welcome. And your friends are bienvenue. Yes. So, we're going to have a sponsor. Well, we'll have the Director of Research, then after that we'll have a statement from the team lead, then we'll have a remark from the World Bank, and then our Director General.
Oh, you decide.
Welcome to Liberia and welcome again. On behalf of the Director General, you are welcome.
So, I just going to ask one of the representatives from the research group, Abdullahi, right?
Yeah, it would be behalf the director of the research, but my English is very bad.
Right.
So really a pleasure. We are very, very, very happy to be finally here because it is 2 years now we are planning this survey. But every time they were some, how to say, some things to readjust and so on. But the thing is now we are here, and we are very happy to be here. Our first time here, we had opportunity to have been in many African countries like Sierra Leone. We have been in Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana. Our first time here in Liberia, and it is we are very happy to be here. Yeah. So during how to say around 13 days, we will assess the fish, the demersal fish here in Liberian waters, starting from Robert's ports in the north to Harper in the south. Yeah, we will cover from 10 meters to all the shelf. The shelf is breaking down very quickly here in this area because around 100 or 200 meters there you have the slope. So we will cover all the shelf to see the potential that Liberia have about fish, about shrimps, and all target species that you had identified in this contract. We will do our best to give you results so that you can have all the potential to your commercial and managing plans, because this survey is aimed to have a management plan finally, and we really hope that finally you will be able to manage all the library research according to the results we will have there. It is really a pleasure for us. And we hope this is just a beginning of a good collaboration between Senegal and Liberia, and we would like again thank you to have chosen Senegal to do this assessment. Yeah, it is really we are very happy to be the choice, and we think that it is just the beginning. It is just the beginning that we will have to collaborate more and more. I have forgotten to introduce you our team. First ladies, Gilan Loy, she's scientist, taxonomist, and we have here Maria Ben Job, senior scientist, taxonomist also. We have here Marcela, senior scientist, taxonomist. You have also Dan, he's taxonomist, Salim Fai, oceanographer. Yeah, he will give all about temperatures, salinity, and so on. Right in the water. There is someone else, I think. Lima, yeah. There is another scientist. He will come tomorrow in the morning.
World Bank for
Thank you very much. My name is Shafiq Hussain, and I'm the task team leader of the Liberia Sustainable Management Project, which is a World Bank funded project that belongs to Liberia. We are excited to be here today to see this. This particular expedition is one very big part of our project, and it also ensures that we leave a sustainable management plan here in Liberia to move forward with regards to managing fish stocks. It is a very big day, and I am very encouraged by our partners who have made this happen. The National Fisheries and Agriculture Authority, NAFA, who have been integral in making this collaboration, but also integral in ensuring that this day happens. And we are very proud and excited to see this moving forward, both for our project but also for Liberia. Thank you.
Let's turn over to the Director General.
Okay, so thank you, Shafiq. So on this note, we're trying to flow over to the Iron Lady. The brain behind the fishery sector. Strong, inspiring, and I'm Emma Metty Grassroots.
Well, I'm so excited. So all you see is smiles. First, I want to reference my president, His Excellency George Manuia, for his strong support and his astute leadership that has supported this mission to what it is now. And I want to welcome you and your team on behalf of my president, people of Liberia. You are so welcome. You are so welcome to Liberia. I also want to thank the World Bank, our partners, for your strong support, your strong financial support. This activity is cost intensive, and this is why Liberia has not embarked on this history for a very, very long time. The last time Liberia ever did any form of assessment was 1982, and this is why our fisheries sector is so undermined, it is so dormant, it's so characterized by small-scale fishing, and you cannot see the real potential of our marine resources because our local fishermen do not have the capacity to supply our market and also export. I'm super excited. I don't want to because even as a country, we are still importing fish, and it's so ridiculous. I'm so optimistic about this study because I know after the studies we will be able to supply our market and to feed the world at large. Liberia has a history of having abundance of shellfish in our waters. We were once the biggest exporter of seafood in the 1970s to Europe, to Asia. We have one of the best shrimps, but we cannot attract investors because we have no scientific evidence to prove that these species are still available and to ascertain their geographical distribution across the continental shelf. This is the information that we are not privileged to, and this is the very information that we will be looking forward to from this research. After this research, it will give us the net worth of our marine resources. We will not quantify Liberia oceans and say that Liberia ocean is valued at this, Liberia ocean is valued at that. Looking at the social impact, the job opportunities that will be generated through the foreign investment that will attract. If Liberia is able to attract foreign investments, it will also, in so doing, create jobs. For example, they will build canneries, they will build a fish mill like it is in Dakar. Dakar is one of the strongest fishing economy in the West region, in West Africa, because their fishing resources have been able to empower the economy and also contribute to the economic development of the country. The last time I did a research, Dakar fishing sector contributes 37.5% to national budget, direct contribution to national budget. What about the impact on the GDP? And what about the value added, the whole value addition component? You know, so we can go on and on and on and on. I mean, this is a transition from a small scale fishing to a commercially viable fishing sector that we are now on path to start competing with other fishing nations within the sub-region through the reports that will be coming out from this stock assessment. I was telling someone, I said, the land space, the sea space is 2 times the land space. So, and fishing is cost intensive. You will have to put in a lot of fuel, thousands of gallons of fuels. Just this research agreement between Senegal and Liberia, the first just the first survey is almost 400,000. The total amount is over $2 million United States dollars, because you're supposed to do it for 4 seasons. 1 dry season, 1 wet season, 1 dry season, 1 wet season. Liberia hasn't been able to generate that resource for us to be able to invest in the fishing sector. And this is why the partnership of between the World Bank and NAFA remains very, very crucial, because it's through this partnership that we are actually able to invest in our fishery sector. And so I can go on and on, but I am so excited. I remember the last time I was in Dakar and I had a meeting with your minister, and I was back and forth and said, like, but Liberia needs this research and it's been long delayed. I mean, since I became Director General, this has been one of my singular priorities. My singular priority is to do a comprehensive stock assessment on our waters so that we can open our fishing sector for industrial activity. But that has not happened. We went to FAO. They were only able to do regional assessment, and they did it for only 3 days. That information is not enough to attract private sector investment in our sector. I just signed an agreement with Morocco. I reached out to the Chinese government. I reached out to the Sierra Leonean government. So this has been a long time coming. We have exerted a lot of efforts to make sure that we conduct this activity, and I am so excited because I cannot ably say or safely say that at the end of this stock assessment, this will be my direct contribution to national budgets. I can now safely say that the impact on the GDP will increase maybe by 10%, because if you attract private sector investments, you can imagine there will be onshore facilities, right? You will have canneries, you will have fish mill, and the job opportunities, the whole job supply chain. I mean, it is going to be big. It is really going to be big for my country, and I cannot overstate the importance of the fish stock assessment. So on behalf of my president, we are on campaign. I should be campaigning, but because of the importance of this to my country and the growth and the development it will bring to the country and the fishing sector at large, I had to abort all other activities to make sure that I come here to receive this team and officially commission this vessel to operate in our Liberian territorial waters for the purpose of this comprehensive stock assessment. As you have guaranteed us, you will survey our entire continental shelf and tell us the richness of our oceans. And I can bet Liberia has one of the richest waters in the sub-region, because you know what? We have been underexploited. Since the war, we've not had industrial fishing activities. We only have 6 Chinese vessels that are fishing in our territorial waters. All the other vessels are tuna vessels and they are seasonal vessels. Like you, Guinea has over 400 vessels in our water, but Liberia only has 6. And why we only have 6? Because we do not have scientific data or scientific evidence to prove that we have abundance of species. And what it will do, it will also signify the commercial value of the species. Because it's not all waters that are rich. Some waters are not rich. For example, in the layman term, I can have una pojo, who's going. But this stock assessment will tell us the quality of fish we have in our waters. And the commercial quantity. Okay, you might have the quality, but is it in commercial quantity? This will be the information that we'll be looking forward to. So for example, does Liberia have the skylet shrimp in commercial quantity in a sustainable manner? Because consistent with international protocols, you cannot fish more than 60% of the biomass of a particular species. The information here will tell us that we have this species in commercial quantity, so we can license 10 vessels to fish octopus. We can license 20 vessels to fish shrimp. We can license 50 vessels to fish tuna. We can license 300 vessels to fish maybe deep water crabs. So all of these different species have different categories, and you can get license for each of those species. And it will also help to improve our foreign exchange. Imagine when we have supplied ourselves and we are able to export, we'll be able to attract foreign esteem. Before I close, I will say one thing. I went to an international conference with the fisheries ministers, and the minister from Cape Verde and Madagascar, they were talking about how they export and they generate, I don't know, 97 million or how many million to the economy. And they said, oh, are you exporting? It was so embarrassing for me. I had to tell them we import more than we export. Liberia is a coastal state, but we import over 60% of our fish products. It is imported, and 40% comes from the sex trawlers and from the artisanal. That is not good. It hurts the economy when all that money goes outside instead of staying inside as a coastal state. We should be importing, we should be exporting and not importing. And so, with the power vested in me as the Director General, with the authority by the laws of Liberia, and with the confidence of the President, His Excellency George Manenwia, I officially commissioned this vessel into our waters to operate for the purpose of confronting our constitution. Thank you very much. Everyone on the media to come in and ask us few questions.
Well, yes, particularly you talk about World Bank. You talk about at the end of the day, will there be specific on what the quantities of our fish and all these things, or it will be at the end of all the 4 seasons you talked about?
So we'll wait for the first result. The first result will be the preliminary result. The first result is the mean result. The first result will determine the coming results. So for example, if they come up with the first result, we can employ the precautionary approach and say, okay, maybe the results coming up saying that we have this in abundance and we can license 20 vessels, but maybe we can just start with 2 or 3. That would give us an idea of what we have in our waters. And then when the assessment is fully completed, then we can go into full operations. But for now, it will give us the provisional results, and we'll be able to employ the precautionary approach in our species. But at least we'll increase the input, we'll increase the input in our waters. For example, we have 6 trawlers of bulls. After the stock assessment, we should be able to increase it to 10 or 15 other trawlers. And it's funny that many Liberians are not involved in industrial fishing because it's a cost-intensive initiative. To get one vessel, you have to invest millions of dollars to get the vessel. So, unfortunately, we might have a lot of foreign vessels when we start doing our commercial fishing activities.
I know Chokon would come in, but finally from my end, I heard you say we import a lot of fish, even though we are a coastal nation. Do you know per annum how much we spend on that?
Yes, roughly it was about, last time we checked, about 40-something million, right? Okay, it's around 100, we spend about
$100 million.
$100 million on fish. The value of the fish imported every year is close to $100 million. So that's what we take out of Liberia. Imagine if that $100 million was staying here to support our $1 billion budget, which it will add up to us.
You talk about the entire project worth over $2 million US. How much is the government contributing in the World Bank's portion?
Okay, so this is a loan from the World Bank. Maybe we should allow him to be here so he can participate in the question. This is a loan from the World Bank to the government of Liberia. So it is Liberia's own money. that has been directed to this purpose. So it's a loan. So it is no more for the bank. If I stand corrected, it was ratified by our parliament. So this is our money. So the government has contributed $2 million United States dollars towards a comprehensive stock assessment, but we have not paid in full. The total value that has been budgeted for this activity is $2 million, but we have paid part of that money, close to about 300 to 400 million, 300,000 or thereabout, 400,000, just for this first one, just for the few days they're spending here. That's how much it cost the government. For them to come back again, that's how much it will cost, and they need to do it almost 4 times. So you do the math. So the total value will be.
I see you so excited and optimistic about this research. Do you think it's going to change anything significantly? Will this research actually change anything?
Yes, unless you doubt it. That
No, I mean, you are the technician.
No, but you part of it. You doubt that your country don't have species.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Okay, so we are all optimistic. I'm optimistic. I haven't gone there to check the geographical distribution or the abundance of particular species in our waters. But from history of the 1970s, proves that Liberia has abundance of bottom-dwelling species, the shellfish. Like, even if you look on our local market, most of the time the people go and do the fishing. You can see a lot of crayfish and crab. Is that true? You can see oysters, you can see periwinkles where you do like case meat. Most of those species, there are plenty in our water. So, and we have not given any license since the war. Since the war, we haven't given license to fish in our waters, except recently that we gave 2 license to the Senegalese vessel to fish for the scarlet shrimps. After which, some of our international partners said that we should stop the activities because it's not sustainable. We do not have the statistic to back these fishing operations. And this is the statistic we are looking forward to back the fishing operations. So our fishing sector will remain closed and dormant until we get this information. This is the information that we've been looking forward to license vessels. You know how many vessels want to give us license? Remember the last time we had 6 Chinese trawlers here. They wanted us to give license. The seafarers were even protesting that they want jobs. We should give them license. But our international partners said, no, you cannot give no license to any industrial vessels until you get a report as to what is in your sea. So this has been stopping the private sector participation in this sector. And that is why this sector is more donor dependent than self-sustained. Because all we do is write to World Bank, write to OPEC, write to EU. We don't want that again. We want to be self-sustained, using our resources to develop our own fishery sector and to contribute to the economic growth of our country.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Finally, from my end, I'm told that the researchers, the vessel is going to be here for about 2 months. I'm thinking about, after the research, how long does it take for the outcome of the
so right after the research, you have the preliminary results. So you have the preliminary results. After that, you have the 90 days.
Okay, but
You want to add up?
One week after the survey, you will have the first environment report, but it is a rough report with the general finding, which we researching like the entire system. Yes, sure, yes. All the library
Yeah.
All the everything the shelf cover from the sport to harbor and from then
What does it take a country for Senegal, for example, to have the capacity to do this? I mean, how much does this kind of thing cost, and what does it take in training? If a country wanted to explore this kind of opportunity, what does it take?
you deal with the train to train
this thing cost, for example? If Liberia as a country we want to have our own, how much does it cost as a country?
Yes, you know, for capacity building, it may take time to build these capacities because the best way is to go on board surveys many times. For a first survey, you can have roughly an idea of how a survey is working, the operations and so on. But you have to do more and more surveys on board to really have the capacity to.
If I want to buy one of these vessels with everything on it,
Yes, of course.
do the same job you came to do, how much do I have to spend?
Yeah. To have a vessel like this with all the
materials.
all the materials.
So do the research.
Yeah, I just know that for the one we had, it goes around 5 milliards. 5 milliards de francs CFA. 5 milliards the cost of a vessel equipped, well equipped. Yes.
Thank you.
Your research profile, you can tell us which countries you've done research in and what are those countries? You can tell us? I know this is not your first time. I know you have a history of researching different waters in different countries.
Yeah.
You care to tell us, because this is, since 1982, I stand to be corrected, this is our first time experiencing this. And, so we are interested in knowing your history, your profile, which other countries you research, you did similar jobs in, can you tell us?
Yes, yes. As I have said, our vessel had covered many African countries. We had been around 2008, I think, Liberia. No. Sierra Leone. And there we had done 6 surveys, pelagic and demersal. During 3 years, we had to come and do surveys in each season. We had done roughly the same job in Côte d'Ivoire, in Ghana, in Benin, in Togo, and in Guinea, Guinea Equatorial. Also, we have done the same job, and each time there were local scientists on board to follow and to train it during these surveys. And the second part has been done in the framework of YMO. It is in French, UEMOA, it is YMU.
MOU.
YMU. UEMOA.
We have a scientist. So tell us your name and what exactly you're going to be doing with this research.
And then adding himself.
Okay, I'm a staff. Service have advisors have participated in 8
Your qualification. Your competence. Your qualifications.
qualification, I'm an economist, but I have been involved in fish teams. I have led the fish teams all along.
How long? How many years?
2006, I served there. 2007, I served there. 2017, I was there. 2019 there, I served as a second officer.
Those are the other scientists.
Okay, sir.
I'm J. Adonis White. I've part of the survey back then in 2019 to present. I took part in the survey that took place in Liberia in the Gulf of Guinea from Cote d'Ivoire to Guinea-Bissau in 2019 as a fish biology. And of recent 2022 in Angola, Rwanda, I also took part in the survey there as a plankton specialist. And also in 2023, I also taught on Rwanda, Angola, took part in another fish survey.
So what did you read in school?
I read Fishery Resource Management from Guinean National University, sponsored by FAO.
That's outside of Nigeria.
In South Korea.
So they kind of work there. What do you can do? Kind of research for the simple people out there.
Research.
Give us an idea what you'll be doing.
The research basically is about going out there, fishing, fish will come on board. You will have different aspects of the fish where you will sort it out. Your sort them according to species, identify them, and all the related work related.
So in economy, you will get the species on board, you will identify them, you will measure them, because we want to know the type of fish, you got to know the length and all of that. So we use length forecasting data also to assess the status of the stock. So what we'll be doing is every board that comes on board, you'll know the total catch per species. So that information they'll be using in that model now to estimate.
Your vessel uses sensors, right?
And to
Does it use sensors? Does this vessel use sensors?
they are not doing acoustic now. They are not doing. And to add,
They're like normal fishing.
So well, folks, that's how we call it a day here from the one man's PS.
allez shorty.
So we are on board this vessel, research vessel currently in Liberia to do a lot of work that will go for years for the country. So this assessment will provide information about the waters of Liberia and how can Liberia tap into the untapped resources.
So, Madam Didi, quickly, you are currently on the yellow card. How will this process?
Yes, was also a prerequisite on the EU yellow card towards lifting the yellow card so that Liberia can be able to prepare a fisheries management plan on how to manage the resources so that we cannot go against the international laws or regulations on unreported or regulated illegal fishing activities. So they have asked Liberia, conduct a stock assessment, share with us your management plan. The management plan will tell us that. So we can say for this particular species, we licensing 20 vessels, and each of them will not fish more than 500 tons or 500. Each of them will fish more than 500 tons. So it's a sustainable management regime that our international partners want Liberia to employ, and this is why we have not been able to open our fishing sector for so many years, because we don't have the information to inform management decisions as to how many. Just wait. After the stock assessment, we will have more than 1,000 applicants because fish is scarce all over the world. They are scarce in most countries. The fish stocks are depleted. They have overfish and fish and fish and fish. But Liberia waters has not been fished for many, many years. So Liberia right now is a hot cake. As soon as the resource comes, people will start trooping to Liberia to be able to gain access into our waters. So this is some of the excitement. Sorry, I'm not able to control it, but I'm very excited about this whole initiative.
Thank you. Thank you so much for watching Spoon TV live here on this vessel. This we use to collect information that was from the people of Liberia.
Bonjour tout le monde, je suis Guinean Camara, je suis le capitaine de ce bateau depuis une dizaine d'années presque. Depuis que le bateau est venu en 2003, je suis là toujours. C'est presque devenu un métier pour nous. On a sillonné toute la côte ouest africaine, depuis la Mauritanie jusqu'à la Namibie. On a fait tout ça. Depuis tout ça, on est ensemble. C'est la première fois qu'on vient faire des excursions ici aussi. Et ça nous sommes très désolés pour venir ici. Merci beaucoup. C'est une opportunité pour nous aussi. Vraiment, nous sommes très très contents d'arriver ici. Parce que très souvent, on ne fait que passer. Mais c'est la première fois de venir travailler dans les eaux libériennes. Vraiment, je suis très content pour ça. Merci beaucoup.
Merci. His name is Lamin Kamara. He's the captain of this vessel. He's on board this vessel around 20 years now and have covered many African countries from Mauritania to Namibia. But the first time he's here in Liberia, was very happy to be here.
Unfortunately, they are only spending few hours, 2 hours, and they are going back in the waters. So you won't be able to come and eat some of our cassava leaf. Our traditional food. Maybe after the result.
Of course, yes. It will be a pleasure.
That's it here from the Bowman's Pier in Montserrat County, Monrovia, Liberia. That's how I would like to call it a day. Thank you for watching Spoon TV live here from